Whence last we left the champions of Nirn. You guys interrupted a goblin ritual, if I'm not mistaken. Not an everyday feat. And it was almost at great cost, if memory serves. Let me see here. Yes, you guys encountered an area full of fine stonework and excellent stone architecture, which you've not been encountering up until now. You know, it's all been cavern and about what you expected from a goblin warren, until now you're coming across a structure that you are clearly within, and it's quite magnificent. That being said, you guys pushed past and also encountered goblins, which are less magnificent. You guys encountered a new species of goblin, or at least a different type of goblin, unsure as to which, that are a bit more devious and cunning and powerful when it comes to combat, giving you guys a run for your money. You guys slaughtered all of the goblin shamans after dismantling the ritual. And you guys then fled after being attacked by a third party of these gaunt humanoids who had very ill intentions and were also quite dangerous in the field of battle. You guys withdrew to safety within the quarters of your steadfast companion, Clagone Brolin. And that is where we find ourselves at this time. You guys are just nuzzling in for a sweet bedtime. A sweet time for slumber. It's been a very long time. Those for you who've been at the tip of the spear, I would say, Ulzgud, you are the least exhausted. The majority of the goblins and greenskins you came across down here were already slain, presumably by the company you keep now. Regardless, you are more than happy to shut your eyes and get some rest. I believe all party members have just went down to bed. Is there anything anyone wanted to get in real quick before bedtime? Or is everyone comfortable with beginning the sweeping process?
Long
rest.
I was considering changing my armor model if I have the ability to do so, because it does require a rest such as this.
I would say you can.
Nice.
I would say you can. I will let you is that already set up in your character sheet for a fairly easy switcheroo? Did we preemptively do that? Oh, sick.
I think the only change is the attack and
you get a movement speed increase.
Movement speed. So it's I already have the attack in there.
Okay. What does it say? Like after a long rest or during a long, or like whatever, like whenever you take a short or long rest, or what's the language? What is the language?
Sorry, it's such a long.
Oh no, it's all right. I know. It's like at least 3 paragraphs for anyone who doesn't know.
It's 5. It's ridiculous. I just saw it. Yes, you can change the armor's model whenever you finish a short or long rest, provided you have smith's tools in hand, which I do.
Okay. All right. So at the end of this long rest, I'll let you get up an hour early, or like whatever has to happen. You will have the time.
Excellent.
To do that. I mean, I don't see any reason why you can't get started on it now. Maybe it's because you need a freshly rested brain first thing in the morning.
I need to.
That might be it.
Rest up.
Especially with lack of materials, it's going to require a little bit of ingenuity.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take the Guardian parts off and change it into Infiltrator parts. Oh yeah.
No easy task.
Pain in the ass.
Forgive everyone, please. The technical jargon. If you understood, you'd share in the sympathies. Anyone else want to do anything before bedtime overtakes you and you slumber for the evening? Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. Very good. That is it. And so, nighttime overtakes you all within the quiet, peaceful stone chambers of one Clagone Brolin. Skeezewell Binbag. You dream. And what vivid dreams you have as well. This is quite interesting. You're not sure if it was, you know, pushing yourself to the brink of exhaustion here, or, you know, some other type of hallucinogenic methodology has come over you. But as you are sleeping and beginning to dream, you're getting some very vivid imagery. You find yourself unclothed in the middle of a vast, large city in broad daylight. There are passers-by, most of whom are gawking at you as you are uncontrollably striding toward what can only be described as a castle, citadel, complex of some kind. There's a grand stairway before you of stone steps, and you are beginning, before all of the townspeople, it seems, to be striding up to this castle naked. Is there anything you'd like to do along your stride?
Skeezewell strides proud.
Okay, very good. It is as such. Proudly and with vigor, you stride, getting to a small landing decorated by trees and foliage at the base of this beautiful citadel, a bright, beautiful, shiny day, and continue pushing past. There are some guardsmen, some men at watch along either end of the stairs at this time, trailing upward toward this large double door. And you get some glares if you care enough to look, but no one dares approach you to stop you. And there you are stopped by these two large, dark-colored doors. And you push past them.
Okay.
You push within these great doors, swinging them open. They are heavy, but you have the strength, the fortitude to be able to do so with little effort. Inside now you enter into an ornate large chamber, the ceilings going at least 50 feet tall, stained glass windows and pillars made of probably the finest marble greet your eyes. There's many townsfolk gathered in here as well, perhaps a ceremony or an assemblage of some caliber lies before you, as well as a beautiful blue-stained carpet of the finest velvet, of which you begin striding upon and making your way down. You can hear the gawking of some of the crowd as your presence becomes known. And you push on up until you are face to face with the darkly haired, rather slick and fortuitous looking person who's sitting in the throne. You have now wandered up to whoever this throne person is, and you challenge them. Their booming voice returns to you with pretty expressing the gall of such a challenge from someone such as yourself, and a fist fight ensues between you, this naked stranger, and presumably the king or lord of this land.
Righteous.
The fight breaks out into the city streets, continuing for some minutes, rather, until eventually you awaken in the night. An hour only passing by since you've last slept. You awaken gasping for breath.
Yeah.
I'd like you to roll a d20, please, Master Binbag.
Who the bloody hell was that?
Let's see, what do we... Oh, my goodness. One moment, please.
Nice.
just as you're asking Skeezewell, what on earth was that? Who could have very well poisoned your ration before you went to bed to give you such vivid dreams? You can hear a small chirping sound, and you can feel an ever so slight scuffling emanating from your backpack. The chirping continues.
Skeezewell reaches into the pouch
Okay, very good. You reach into it.
and searches for the source of the sound.
Okay, very good. You reach around in the compartment of your inventory in which you have placed, well, whatever's making this racket, and find yourself reaching about in the Feywild chicken egg section, only to find the egg has shattered and is open, and in its place you feel something fuzzy that squirms and attempts to flee your grasp as you touch it.
Skeezewell tries to cup the baby in his hands fully.
Very good. Suspecting as much, and when withdrawing such a thing from your bag, proven correct. A small chick of some type of poultry species lays nestled in between the cups of your hands. Its eyes vibrant yellow.
Oh, look at the little baby.
You can hear the chirping of this small beast, rather pleasantly returning.
Now,
to your
don't
guys.
cry. Skeezewell takes a ration from his pack and starts feeding the baby bird.
Oh, very good. It's very receptive of almost any type of nutrition that can be fed to it. So it is more than happy to do so. How long do you go feeding the sweet creature?
Only a quarter of the ration. Skeezewell casts prestidigitation around his face to illuminate it for the bird to see. It's like little sparkles floating around his face.
Okay.
To
Good.
make the eye contact thing happen.
As opposed to eye contact, the young chick kind of just looks around ambiently, and is mostly focused on wolfing down the food source in front of it.
Skeezewell holds the food closer to his face, forcing eye contact.
Okay, very good, excellent. Eye contact is made.
Come on now.
It's only a few minutes until you are finished feeding the creature. You get no different feeling from looking in this creature's vibrant yellow eyes, other than the feelings of being a new father. Congratulations, Mr. Binbag. I will go ahead and add a small chick creature to your inventory in exchange for your chicken egg.
Nice. Skeezewell eats the rest of the ration, and I'm gonna try and put the
Good.
chick in my hat
Ooh.
so that it's dark
Okay. All right.
and contained.
Very good. You do so. You do so. Okay. Easy enough. Please roll another d20 for me as well. Okay. All right. Very good. Excellent. With all that out of the way, your newfound companion safely nestled away in your hat. You find yourself ready to rest once again.
Yeah, Skeezewell is going back to bed as soon as he can. Oh, little baby, safe, tucked away in there, yeah. And then he falls asleep.
Yeah, very good. Despite your very odd and vivid dreams, you are able to get back to bed rather soundly, thanks to your newfound small pet that you've acquired. Oh, literally overnight. Fantastic. The night continues, rather uneventfully, for another hour or so, before Mandion Gelden. You begin to stir in your sleep as well.
Oh,
The cool air of this stone chamber must be coming over you and influencing what you're experiencing this night. As for the next thing you know, you are peering down from the darkness, which you believe to be the night sky, and down into a meadow that's ever so familiar to you. A nice calm hill with an old oak tree since lost all its leaves, at least 3 times older than you, in which you like to rest upon to get your evening manuscripts filled out, etc., etc., your ledger work. And a cool breeze comes over the field. The twilight of the stars unobscured, and the clouds bid you favor by being absent this night. Perfect night for dotting star charts, or perhaps even simply reading. Glancing up at the moons of Nirn, a twinkle catches your eye, perhaps a shooting star. You watch in anticipation of another. A few heartbeats pass before, yes, more and more. A star shower sprinkles over the nightscape. A beautiful sight no cliff racer could ruin. Before you watch as one leads to the east, and you trail it with your eyes as it passes behind a obscuring cloud you hadn't quite noticed before. You focus your eyes and find it to be a towering pillar of black smoke, trailing into the night sky towards the direction of your home. As rain begins to shower onto you and the surrounding lush frontier, you drop your sketchwork immediately in the field where you sat and begin pressing madly toward the likely burning home. You head down the hill as quickly as possible, only to find that your horse has been removed from its hitching post from where last you left it, along the dirt path. Pushing past that spot, onto the path, in a race toward home, the smoke pillar being obscured by the light woodwood that surrounds your guild house. You spot a hooded figure, riding upon the back of a familiar horse, dredging mud and water as the heavy hooves pound in your direction. You call out to your steed as it comes by, but it ignores you, the wind howling as you are within reach of your fine beast. When wham! A bolt of lightning cracks nearby, striking a tree branch falling along the pathway. In that brief moment, the light illuminated from the bolt of lightning makes it all clear to you. You see this individual riding upon your stolen mount, and it's no mere horse thief. You know this person all too well, and what strikes you is in their left hand, you see a book you didn't quite notice before, but now, perhaps having the day you've had today, the last few days, it's coming to you now in the forefront of your mind, a clue, potentially, that you haven't quite paid attention to before. A symbol on a ledger, this figure is tucking close to them. And a symbol you recognize, printed above onto the cover. Art. You know it pronounced. It is the marking of the Daedric Plane of Oblivion. Mandion Gelden, you awake in a cold sweat, unsure of what this dream could mean to you, and your sleep most certainly disturbed.
what was that?
I'm going to send you a private message of the symbol that you recall within
Nice.
your vivid dream. It is certainly one familiar to you.
Nice.
One of the more well-known symbols and unmistakable.
Meaning Gelden rolls back and forth, trying to stay quiet,
Okay.
thinking about what the connection could mean, and he starts to cry himself back to sleep.
Very good. You do your best to do so. Make a Constitution check for me, my poor sweet Mandion Gelden.
Constitution check.
Yes, please.
Coming in.
Do it.
Perfect as usual.
Oh, not bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, not bad. It's only about admittedly a half hour, but not so much as that before you rest and begin to sleep.
Excellent.
Another few hours pass. Anyone who desires to use hit die during this long rest period, you have the ability to do so. All you need to do is click on the hit dice button and expend the amount of hit dice that you want to use from your hit dice pool.
Wow.
It is entirely up to you guys how much you desire to use.
I have none.
Damn, that is
Yikes.
a shame. You hate to hear that, folks.
I still get to regen my other stuff though, right?
Yes,
And all
actually,
your hit die.
yes, and all your hit die. Since you have none you can use, the next time you take a long rest, if you haven't used all your hit die since then, you will be able to use it. Rest assured.
Nuts.
Yeah, so in your case, Skeezewell Binbag, having a decent rest, you regain everything of need. Oof, sorry, Master Bone-Breaker, a real shame. One on that D12, Jesus. That is a shame. So that's 4 hit dice for you so far, Ulzgud. Ooh, plus 9. Nice. That 9. You will have to see that. That's much better. Ooh,
Very
9
good.
plus 7 for you, Mandy and Gelden. Very good rolls from you. 7
Feeling
and a
pretty
5.
good.
Pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Yes, and Master Skeezewell brings up an excellent point. Anyone who has any long rest dependent abilities or anything like that, you regain those at this time as well.
True.
Sick.
I'm going to take care of that for Clagone Brolin. How many hit die does he have? Oh, he has 2 hit die. I imagine he'd use 1. Fuck. 2. Fuck. Well, 2 it is. I'm not the person to make that roll anymore.
Whoops.
But hey, not too bad. Not too bad.
What are you gonna do?
I imagine he'd do it.
I'd do it.
Let's
I'd
see.
always do it.
He gets that back, that back, and that back. Big on Brolin is sleeping soundly tonight. Okay. Who wants to roll a d20 to see if a creepy creature comes while you guys are sleeping tonight? Who wants to be in charge of that roll? I like dishing that one
It's a
out.
6. Perfect. It's gotta be a 6.
Let's see. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker.
Uh-oh.
Is I.
You have the highest passive perception of the party,
Okay.
because perception is something you care about. So
Mhm.
that means you are the first to be disturbed by this sound. A deep snoring comes across Ulzgud and is interrupted. Oh. You awake with a bit of a snort, Master Bone-Breaker. Some crumbs falling from your face as you look up past your chest between your feet over toward the iron door, and you can hear just a scraping sound. Something is clawing at the metallic door on the other end. Not trying to get in very feverishly, but certainly pawing at it with intent of some kind.
Ulzgud laughs. Simply remarks that he will kill you after his rest.
Okay.
He goes back to
You're back to bed.
Damn. I'm confident, man.
Okay. All right. Very good. Another minute or two passes by. Scratching remains before it fades away. Another 5 minutes pass. Master Bone-Breaker, you are easily able to fall back asleep. Another 10 minutes pass. No noises to be heard. And another 2 hours later, Mandion and Gelden, you are awoken by the stirring of one Clagone Brolin.
Jesus.
You can hear Clagone kind of slapping his chops as he heads over. Not lumbering too much and beginning to stoke a small fire.
Ooh. Boy.
Mandion Gelden, if you were not awoken, you are certainly awoken now.
I kind of lift my head a bit and greet Clagone Brolin. And
Morning.
morning. I'll kind of sit up and kind of shake myself off and look around, and I'll eat a ration.
Okay. All right. You participate in breakfast.
It is time for breakfast.
Please do write in chat that you eat breakfast today. Today,
My midnight snack.
what's that? Skeezewell Binbag?
My midnight snack. When I fed the bird and then I ate the rest of the ration.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That count as breakfast? Yeah, sure. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I will allow such a thing.
All my rations are in my bag.
Oh, excellent. Well, you have to fish around in there for a little bit, but eventually you receive a ration package. No
Excellent.
problem.
Very good. All right.
Clagone just appears to be stirring with the fire.
I will go over to my suit of armor. I don't know where it is now, but I will go over to my suit of armor.
Yeah, it's pretty much next to you. It isn't very
Yeah.
far away at all.
I will go to my suit of armor, and I will have to start salvaging parts from the thunder gauntlet that I built before.
Okay, yeah, that'll probably be, you suspect an hour-long process.
Yep.
Probably won't be
I'll
so
have to-
bad.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that. And yeah, I'm going to be instead building what can I where does it have to go? Sorry.
That's quite alright. It ain't easy being cheesy.
Yeah, I start building a kind of like an encasement on the right fist. With like a hole in the middle where something can clearly be mounted.
Oh,
And
nice.
I kind of like, hold the fist and try to activate it. And I see like a faint, dim yellow glow in that little mounting in the fist. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. And that is pretty much all I need to do.
Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Should be said, another thing in your mind is the joint of the right arm. You weren't very pleased with how the, with the failure of your joints in the right arm of the suit.
This is very true.
So that would definitely, be worth taking a glance at to guarantee that, that mechanism is working okay. Get a little WD-40 on it or something of that caliber. Perhaps some of
Yeah.
that warg oil that you siphoned last episode could
Yeah.
be used.
Yeah. That's a
Um.
good point.
Anyway, that's that.
Yeah, I actually want to. I did take a lot of damage the last battle in general, so I should probably give my suit a looking over. And yeah, I'll oil the parts that need to be oiled and whatnot.
Excellent.
I'll probably use one, like a half of it to oil the joints, and the other half I'll actually like wipe down the whole suit with a rag, kind of like give it a oily protective cover
Yeah.
on it.
It's interesting now that you're looking at it with a fresh mind in the light of Clagone's fire. The suit looks remarkably clean.
Damn.
It's much cleaner than it was when you went to bed.
Interesting.
You definitely suspect some, not foul play is probably not the right word, but something's afoot, because you could have sworn your suit was covered in goblin blood at the very least last you checked it out.
Interesting.
Still has all the puncture wounds that you vividly recollect receiving. And the joint damage to the right arm is still, quite visible and obvious to you as you're checking it out. But yeah, no, it's much cleaner. The material all has a beautiful sheen, like it's day one new.
Damn. Nice. Very cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep the grimy oil off it anyway. It's just yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you could probably, you might be able to oil the hinge of the right arm, maybe not.
Oh yeah, I'll use it for mechanical work for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll need to spend some time working on that arm.
Okay, very good. You go about the hour-long process of doing so, as well as shifting it over into a new combat mode, yet unseen by mortal mankind.
That's right.
Skeezewell Binbag, you are still a bit out. Oh, man, it should be said, Mandion Gelden. Every now and then you can hear the little, both from Clagone Brolin and his fucking pet bat, and fucking over in Skeezewell Binbag's direction. And the only creature you know to be over in that vicinity is that bearskin rug on the ground, which you don't expect to be making much noise. So that's odd, but you think nothing of it.
I assume that Skeezewell's breathing is broken, and continue along my work.
And at this time, Master Bone-Breaker, unless you want to spend any more hit die, you arise today.
Yeah, I will arise and eat a ration.
Okay. Participating in breakfast, please just write that you ate breakfast in the chat for my records later. And deduct a ration from your inventory, because you fucking eat it. And the morning greets you. You can hear the beginning of a conversation trying to form from the humanoid over by the fire. You know his name to be Clagone. Enjoyed my bed, did you?
Slept all right. Could have been a little better.
Seen me for many a month.
Get a better bed.
Well, can't have it all. He goes back to stoking the fire. Appears to be warming a ration of some kind. And the morning is yours, Ulzgud. Seems you have a little time to kill before the party's up to no good. You can see the human, probably the less physically impressive of all of them, going about, milling with his fancy suit of armor. And the other humanoid is curled up on a bearskin rug over yonder. So, if there's anything you'd like to do for an hour in particular, the time is yours.
So what's the deal with hit die? Can I just use them in this downtime to recover a little more health?
Yeah, yep. You could spend another hit die if you desire to do so.
And I just want to make sure I'm using it right. Is it So is my total, like, I spun it twice, so should I have 2 there? And should I have that
Oh,
set for
no.
1 for using 1 die?
Your total should be,
Or
I think, 4, because you're level 4, so I think you should have 4
okay,
hit die, if I'm not mistaken. And it's the one
okay,
underneath it that you want to deduct from.
okay.
So I'm not sure how many you had there to begin
So
with.
I've used 2 rolls, but I just wasn't sure
Okay.
how this system works here. So yeah.
Sure, yeah, no.
Alright, so I've rolled twice, so I can deduct another and roll again.
Yeah, yes. By all means.
Hmm,
You recover another 6 HP. Damn, 3. Not the best, not the best, but that's how it goes sometimes. 6 HP
Yeah.
is better than no HP. You can add that to your pool in addition.
Maybe 15 hit die. That's crazy.
Yeah, fucking Ulzgud Bone-Breaker has the big hit dice around here.
Yeah, that's nuts.
He's here to break bones and not his own.
No shit.
Ain't no joke. A few minutes pass of that. Mandy and Gelden, will you make a perception check for me? As you are
Perception
fiddling
check.
around and working with your armor.
Wow. 6.
You don't notice much. You continue about milling with your armor.
Great.
Seemingly
Ignorance
no.
is bliss.
No problem. Is there anything else, Master Bone-Breaker, you desire to do during this brief downtime?
Yeah, I just would like to note that the crumbs from the ration of breakfast were very messily wiped on the bed once again.
Okay. All right. Very good. Just make sure to mark your territory where you've been.
Hmm.
You make sure to leave as fine a crumb nest as possible within the sweeping domain of Clagone Brolin.
Kinda gonna look around the room a little bit, and that's about it.
Okay. All right. Very good. Pacing about the few room for 10 minutes or so. It isn't long after before Skeezewell Binbag also rises from the morning. As he does so, Clagone Brolin makes his way over toward Mandy and Gelden. A disturbed look upon his face.
I look up.
Oh, Mandion. It's
What's
me,
wrong,
Clagone
Clagone?
Brolin.
What's wrong, Clagone? I say, reaching up to grab his arm.
Well, he returns the grasp upon your arm in a nice bromance forearm shake.
Nice.
My heart flutters in 2 different directions. In one way, I'm very happy to be home and so on, and in another way, I'm afraid what will happen if I go on. I've always wanted to see the treasure that I've been guarding, but now that the time's actually coming down to it, I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do.
Well, if it helps ease your mind, I feel I have no other choice but to continue on.
No,
So
I think you should, though I fear I may not be able to go with you. At least not now. I'm just not feeling right.
I nod in disappointment. And I say, it's certainly not going to be fast, so you can always catch up if need be.
Clagone kind of, nods his head in reassurance, and notices your gaze kind of wandering off in disappointment, and his eyes light up as if remembering something all of a sudden. God, I would like to give you and the boys some gifts to help you in your near journey. At least perhaps borrow them until I can use them back at a later date.
I kind of chuckle and laugh and say, that would be most gracious of you. And yeah, I'll kind of wait and see what he has for them before I do anything else.
Skeezewell wakes with a start. Gifts! You're giving up the bloody gifts without me?
Oh, no,
I tell you,
no.
a guy sleeps for 5 seconds.
Oh, I was just about to wake you, of course, Master Binbag. And Clagone goes ahead and unfurls this small, rolled up bit of cloak, and sheens it out for everyone to see. And it looks like a garbage person like uniform. It looks like a it looks basically like a patchwork, almost like cloth of some kind. Not very lavish of a cloak. But it has all these different patches sewn into it, depicting different types of items and objects. It seems interesting and could very well be a magical item of some kind. And Clagone hands that to you, Master Binbag.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem. To take care of it. I heard it can be quite useful, but I don't imagine I'll be needing it.
Now, what the bloody hell is it?
Okay.
Skeezewell stalks away.
It's the cloak of things. Clagone Brolin says as you storm off. I will go ahead and add Mr. Binbag the cloak of things to your inventory.
Nice.
Real quick like. Next to your Feywild chicken. Very exciting. Boom. It weighs at least that. Okay. And I will transfer that out of your inventory into another. At this time, with Skeezewell storming off, rather pleased with the new potential item of worth he has acquired, Clagone turns his attention back to you, Mandion. So, well, anyway. I've got a... Let's see, he's got 2 potions of healing that he'd like to give to you.
Oof.
He gives you the last of his potions, feeling he should not need them.
I take them and place them into my bag of holding.
Okay, very good. You may add 2 more health potions to your bag of holding. He also gives you vials, which he tells you are not health potions, and for you to keep separate from the health potions wherever you place them. They are in fact vials of poison, and are not to be confused with the health potions. I've added the poison to your inventory. You can add that to your bag of holding if you desire or not. I'll leave that up to you.
It's going in the bag of holding.
Very good. Then you can delete it out of there at your earliest convenience.
Half a pound, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yes, yep, that's fair.
Cool.
That is fair. That is basic poison, they are called.
Excellent.
Let's see, what else? Master Clagone has many gifts to give. He is most disappointed he cannot attend. Let's see. He is giving out... Wow. 2 torches.
Damn.
You can add 2 torches, Mandion and Gelden, to your inventory.
Haven't had torches in forever.
I know, right? He gives you another torch, even. 3 torches. Call it 3 total. In addition, he turns away from you, Mandion and Gelden, before looking back over his shoulder, dramatically. Mandion, whatever darkness is occurring in my tomb, if I can't muster the will to go in there with you and destroy it myself, then you must please destroy it for me. Do me that promise, and whatever treasure you find in there is yours to take, respectfully, if you can.
I nod my head and I say, "Why are you here, Clagone? Is there a task that must be completed on your behalf?"
I was just supposed to defend this place. I've never been through the door in the chamber, in the southern chamber below us where we were fighting that crazy goblin shit. That was crazy. I've never been past the doors that lead further into the tomb. I have no idea what's in there. I'm just here to guard it.
Well, if we have to come back this way, I'll be sure to stop by. But I don't know where that tomb is going to lead us. You must understand.
No, of course. I also don't know. Truth be told, I wish I could do more. But hopefully those will keep you safe, my friend.
You've done plenty already. You've nearly saved my life twice by now.
And you can see the little brown bat that is Jebediah poke its head up out of the collar of Clagone's shirt before submerging back down into the shirt of Clagon.
Nice.
And Clagon gives you a nice nod before heading over toward Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, the perhaps one of the two strongest of the party members. Waltz is up to you. The shadows of a former soldier in his steps. And looks at you rather suspiciously before undoing his holster at his side and giving you the scabbard containing his steel longsword, of which you've seen bathed in flame. Mighty Half-Orc warrior, if you have the power to wield this, which I suspect you do, I'd like you to have this and wield it in my name for honor. Would you accept these conditions?
Ulzgud accepts.
He gives you a solemn, honor-bound nod and hands out with both hands, palms out, the blades resting upon them, the sword of Beric Dondarrion, Master Adventurer. I will go ahead and add that to your inventory and all that entails with it. Just sit back and relax.
Ulzgud accepts the gift and wishes Clagon to know that the first goblin to die by this thing's hand will be done in his honor.
Clagon gives you yet another solemn nod in appreciation, and turns away, kind of crouches back toward the fire and keeps to himself. You guys are free to have whatever kind of morning interactions you desire with one another as I get Master Bone-Breaker's inventory all sorted out here.
Skeezewell takes Mandion aside.
Oh,
Did he tell you where the money is? I know you've got enough space in that bag to take the whole lot. We're not getting out of here without the whole lot.
I look at Skeezewell and I say, I didn't have the courage to ask. I know you've
It's
been
in
eyeing
here
it the whole time.
somewhere. And he's been living down here so long enough that it must be big. This is our chance. A new beginning. All the gold you can imagine.
I kind of raise my hands and push them down and say kind of saying oh, keep the volume down because he's getting excited. And I look at Skeezewell and I say, well, you know how loud my suit is. I can cause a distraction. If you want to look around, I'm not going to betray Clagon like that. And I call Ulzgud over to come help me get in my suit, which I know is going to take some time.
Skeezewell
Ulzgud,
takes his hat off and shows the chick to all.
Oh,
Ulzgud walking over to help is distracted by said chick. Decides to investigate that instead of help.
Look at the little baby in there he hatched last night.
Ulzgud asks how much.
I fear it's magic. Beyond our understanding. Mine, at least. Who knows what kind of energy is contained within? To get the full value, we'll have to wait until it's fully grown.
And the little
Then we'll know if we have to eat it or not.
the little fluffy creature just kind of cocks its head to 45 degrees to the side. He just chirps ambiently.
Yeah.
Ulzgud now helps Mandion Gelden.
Okay, all right, very good. Better wait than never. You push on over, And you can see, now that you're real up close to it, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, this suit, phew, impressive. It's like, it's not only one of the sleekest suits of armor you've ever seen, it's incredibly dense. Like, putting your hands on this thing is like touching stonework. It is, phew, it's incredible. You're not sure how such a small man can wield such a dense, powerful armor. But he just slipped in there all the same.
Ulzgud, who has a distaste towards armor, says to Mandion Gelden, "I'm a little impressed with a man being able to move this."
I look at Uzgul and I agree. I say I'm surprised I'm able to move this. This suit is something I still don't quite fully understand. The fact that I can not only move it but wield it like a weapon is impressive to me. And
I'd like to
I
inspect the armor further.
oh yeah,
okay,
I
yeah.
I will let him inspect my armor.
Yeah, very good.
I'll fold my arms and be very impressed with myself.
Yes,
Let him inspect it.
yes. With the assistance of Ulzgud, it's only about a minute or so of this process of you Ulzgud pretty much just pressing in on the folds of this armor to make it a more compact suit, and then it's as if he and the armor become one. And he is just able to move about it with incredible agility. Like, you hate armor because it slows you down. You know, a warrior ain't ought to be slowed down when his agility plays such a huge role on the battlefield. But I mean, as far as you can tell, like the joint movement, like everything looks great. You can roll a investigation check with advantage because Mandion Gelden is also like showing off the suit to you. And also, Skeezewell is sitting there with the chick on his head, also doing his best to just keep morale high.
Bloody dark magic, that's what that is. Oh, little baby.
Doing a slight jig. You haven't seen although he isn't showing it outwardly, you can tell Mr. Binbag is a bit more on the jovial side. Mr. Bone-Breaker. Again, not one for truly caring for such things, but interested in any potential magical,
Indeed.
qualities that could be inherent to this. It seems to you that this suit is not only enchanted, but also has some type of mechanical aspect to it. You know, it goes beyond just a shell that one wears, and is rather a metallic being almost in its own right. At least as far as you can garner. You're not exactly sure what the mechanisms may mean. It's definitely some of the more sophisticated shit you've encountered on your journey thus far.
Indeed.
Let's see. I think I've added everything. Master Bone-Breaker, you should be able to see the sort of BD I have abbreviated to in your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
That is the long and short of it, really. Oh, wait, shit. Whoops, I just fucked it up. Whoopsie. I will have to do that again, because I just screwed it up.
I'm disappointed.
Anyway, yes, Master Bone-Breaker, you can tell it's a very, very impressive suit of armor.
Ulzgud is impressed for it being such armor.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do? I mean, yeah, hey, the floor is yours. We are in free form now.
Nice.
Only takes a minute or two.
Yeah, I'd like to subtract a ration now, just so that the bird is fed throughout the day.
Okay. All right. Very good. Excellent.
So I don't know how long a ration will last for a bird, but I'm expending it now so that he will be fed until that period ends, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Probably half a ration a
I'll even
day.
do this.
Something like that should be acceptable.
Bird food.
Shit. I can't believe I messed that up.
Boyd food.
Boy food.
Mandy and Gelden, about 5 minutes or so pass, and you are finishing up the modifications to your suit. With it on you, you got yourself to the phase where all you had to be within it to advance any more of the modifications to make sure that they are functioning. And you have completed that task at this time. You think you are looking pretty good.
Excellent. I tell Ulzgud to stand back, that I need a runway to test. And I sprint forward and back at full speed,
Okay.
steam ejecting out the back, giving me just a bit of an extra boost while I move.
You can see these large, like, enclave suit, like, shoulder heat vents just expending a decent amount of heat and steam as it is able to push Mandy and Gelden, what, an entire 10 feet faster?
No, I think it's only 5 feet.
Oh, shit. Well, hey.
Yeah, just a bit of a boost.
Hey, either way, respectable. Respectable.
And I'm happy with the results.
Yeah, again, for such a heavy frame, phenomenal results, truly. There we go. Make sure that's set to... Excellent. Oh, well, if there's anything else you guys want to take care of, the adventuring day is yours.
Very good.
There is a rather obvious mechanism to open the large iron door, which seals you guys in the barracks of Clagone. Let's see. That is really all she wrote. I will also add Master Binbag to your inventory, the Cloak of Things. Let's see, I gotta change that.
My HP did not update on my token.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Okay.
That happens sometimes.
Good.
Oh, that might be because I technically might have changed it. That could have been my whoopsie.
What the?
Why is that not changing?
Mandy and Gelden will press his suit of armor up against the door and try to listen for anything.
Okay, you can make a perception check, please, my good man.
Perception check.
Looks good. A 13. Placing your ear up against the door, you do not hear much. Waiting a few heartbeats. Nothing really strikes you as odd or peculiar, which could be a bit odd in and of itself. But you don't suspect anything to be there. If it is, it is silent.
Maybe they got bored. I walk back over to my colleagues and I say, well, as much as I want to spend time with Clagone, every moment we spend here is burning supplies we're going to need on our travels. What do you say we prepare to set off?
About bloody time.
And, I will approach Clagone to say my final goodbyes.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that you bring up to him?
I say you've valiantly stood guard here for a very long time and even made it your home. I'm sorry I need to come here to violate it, but I feel it's all I have left to do. You've been a great companion.
Clagon spins to turn and say goodbye.
I give him a modest handshake, and I turn away.
Thank you, Mandion. That's very kind. Excuse me, Binbag. Gives you another nod, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, and turns back toward the fire.
Ulzgud turns around and says goodbye. Is ready for some burning blood.
Excellent. Yeah, he gives you a brief instruction on how to use the Sword of Breton. If you check over on the Journal tab on the right-hand side of Roll 20, outside of your character sheet, under the Handouts tab, there's a Bone-Breaker section, which will have the Sword of Breton, the actual magical item within it.
Okay.
Same thing with you, Master Skeezewell. I've added the Cloak of Things in your Skeezewell's items section as well.
Mm.
You guys are explained how these items work, so there's no need to go through and identify ritual or, etc., etc.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm gonna use this in hilarious fashion.
Okay. Yes, so, Mandy and Gelden, you do not hear much up against the Great Iron Door. Everyone's items are sorted out and ready. The adventuring day is your guys's. A minute or so passes of not much occurring.
I look back to the boys. I say, we gotta prepare. Line up on this door. Clagone,
Quigon
please
turns.
lift this door for us.
Oh, of course, the least I could do. Quigon goes ahead, and you can see his hands readied on. It looks like some type of large weaver mechanism that is hinging on rails for this large cast iron door. And he looks at you and gives you a nod. Just say when you're ready.
Ulzgud readies his warhammer.
Okay, very good. Skeezewell, it appears like everyone is getting ready to set off into the great unknown.
Skeezewell hangs back and tucks the bird into his hat
Okay, very good.
for safekeeping.
And fucking Clagon begins to heave and hoe, and the iron door pulls up. And that is where we will pause for our break.
We're in.
Clagon
Yeah.
Brolin, both hands upon this great lever, is about to heave. And as he does so, the great iron doors swing open. Let's see, I don't want to get too hasty and destroy anything, because this will be going back. Opening up the way into the, well, for now we'll call it the Goblin Ritual Chamber, which you guys last exited. What would you guys like
I
to do?
light a torch.
Okay, excellent. Please deduct a torch, and I will give you torch light. Let's see, I'm
Excellent.
pretty sure that's 20 feet of dim, 20 feet of high.
Hi.
Dim.
Fucking. Let's see, low light and then bright light up to 20 feet also. Boom.
Ooh.
Mandy Gelden lights a torch, illuminating a good portion of the chamber. A decrepit beast, humanoid man, can be seen just before you.
I
It's
will
lifeless.
edge out, listening for anything in the darkness.
I will keep pace with Mandion.
Okay, side by side, even.
Skeezewell just slightly back.
Okay. Pushing forth, you guys illuminate the interior. Good luck, lads! You can hear from the back as Clagone releases his grip upon the door. The last squeak of Jebediah can be heard before the door slams shut.
I
Waiting
don't
on
look
Brolin.
back like a man.
Damn.
Skeezewell watches the whole thing.
The door slams before your gaze, Skeezewell, as you see the mighty Clagone Brolin sealed behind an iron door. Hopefully, where he will remain safe. Mandion, Gelden, and Ulzgud, you guys push out to the center of the chamber. The great pillar is hardly even visible from where you are. The dimensions of this interior space so vast. You guys just are now traipsing upon the center of the very ritual itself. In Ulzgud, you can see very familiar markings etched into the ground in a circle all along this area, in addition to the fine ornate tiling that can be seen within it.
I'd like to search this dead boy.
You can make an investigation check to search the dead boy, as there are many. The battlefield, still as far as you guys can tell at a glance, is still littered with the corpses of your fallen enemies from whence you were last out here about 6 or 8 hours ago. In investigation, Ulzgud, you find a folded up piece of paper, rolled up, rather, I should say, piece of parchment, that is tied off with looks like a little bit of wizard tail that has been tied around the scroll.
Alright,
In addition to 3 gold pieces, as well as a dagger, should you desire. For any of those, you may add them to your inventory at this time.
I take all.
Okay, very good. I will remove the goblin corpse from the field of play. Its purpose being served. I will go ahead and add, let's see, the dagger to your inventory, as well as this scroll, which you have yet to look at. Anyone up to anything else, as Master Bone-Breaker's fetching that corpse?
Yeah, Skeezewell wants to investigate as well.
Okay, very good. Please investigate that corpse to see what you may find.
Looking for goods. Did it work?
Oh, fuck. It didn't work. What happened?
You got a 15 according to the 3D dice.
Oh, shit.
I
Oh, Jesus.
don't know why it didn't roll on the thing though.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Super weird.
Anyway, fucking 3D dice.
Gotta have them. Do you see my 15?
I do not.
I don't.
Oh shit. Alright, turn off the 3D dice.
I don't know. You don't have to take my word for
Not
it.
worth it.
You can
Not
just roll
worth
again.
it.
Automatically roll 3D dice.
It's a blessing and a curse. Sorry, but oh fuck, it still didn't work. That isn't good.
Oh, I didn't even see it that
Um,
time. Something's
Maybe
wrong.
if I select myself.
I don't do
No.
anything.
No, it should. Oh, Jesus. What's up with that? Roll, roll another skill,
I
Master
just
Binbag.
do regular.
Oh, no. Oh, what's up with that?
Uh-oh.
It says a 5 for me.
I didn't get it that time. Oh, that's his bonus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let me reload. Oh, shit.
And can't you
God.
just turn off the 3D die?
That's not the problem.
I wish that was the problem.
Something's broken.
Okay.
broken.
Oh, let's see
Or
here.
Skeezewell.
What about a strength? Yeah, yep, it's just... Alright, someone else roll something, too. So I make sure it's just Skeezewell Binbag. Just double check here.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay, interesting. What could have changed? What could have changed? Let's see here. Going to... You find 4 gold pieces amongst the goblin shaman corpse, as well as a scroll of similar quality to Master Bone-Breaker. And there is also a hand axe on the corpse of this goblin if you desire to take it for yourself.
I will.
Okay, very good. All of the contents may be yours. I will add the scroll to your inventory. Let me know when you take a look at it, so you can see what the contents of it include. Mandion Gelden, what are you up to, my friend?
I am looking to investigate these weird humanoid creatures.
Oh, okay. In which way? Just generally?
Curiously about what they are.
Oh, okay, all right. You can make a investigation check,
Investigation check.
or would it be a nature check? I don't know. I guess it'd be investigation. Fuck it. Yeah, that looks good.
Nice.
Yeah, no, these look like maybe undead in nature. They are certainly humanoids, certainly human as far as you can tell, and not freshly dead, but not decrepit, decrepitly dead either.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
likely the result of foul magic, you surmise.
Well, I will take a closer look then and see if they are carrying anything of importance.
Okay, very good. I'll let you ride with that investigation check.
Nice.
They have no clothing to speak of.
Gross.
They are completely tattered. Some of them having a very basic form of cloth banding here and there, but nothing of any normal civilian garb. That is the long and
Interesting.
short of it.
All right.
Unfortunately, nothing really of value that you can take from
That's
these
just fine.
creatures.
That's fine. I'll just kill them instead. I'm gonna go investigate this giant door
Okay, you head off in the other
and leave
direction.
everyone in the dark.
What else is the party up to? Ulzgud
Um,
Bone-Breaker.
I'm gonna go investigate these bodies here.
Okay, very good. You can make an investigation check. Ulzgud for those two bodies next to one another. It'll take you a minute or two to search them. No problem there. Mandion Gelden, you avoid the large hole sinking into the floor. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you were able to retrieve 8 gold pieces in total. Let's see, what else? Another dagger, should you so desire to take one. And another scroll of some kind. As well as another javelin, if you desire to take one as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Take
alright.
'em.
I'll add the javelin to your inventory. Give you another dagger. You're up to 4 daggers, looking good. And I'll add another scroll, which you've yet to look at, so as far,
And
scrolls
yeah,
of
can I check out what these scrolls are?
Yeah, yep. It'll take a minute or two to do so.
Cool.
You may make a actually you're quite legible, thanks to your. Let's see now. Thanks to your spell scroll slinger ability, you are quite adept at reading spell scrolls. You surmise the first one to be a spell scroll of Entangle. The level 1 spell, Entangle. And the second one to be a healing word spell. Quite similar to the one that you had before, but a bit more crudely made.
Okay.
When it's time for you to cast these spells, you just let me know and we will go about it. Whoops. Mandion Gelden, you said you were checking out the door?
I am.
You may do so at this time. What are you checking out, baby?
I want to see what type of door it is, if it swings out, if it lifts up, if there's any mechanism to open it, etc.
Okay, you could probably tell, just by gazing at it with your mere eyes that it looks like more of the same. A probably higher caliber, heavier metal door, similar to the one that you and Binbag and Clagone lifted up with wooden palisades to get through. This door is a bit of a heavier duty. It looked like it had a lock mechanism at one point, but it has since been damaged and destroyed.
Oh, good.
And it looks like you can see from the scuff marks on the walls that this door is just being lifted up with brute strength to be traversed.
Interesting. Okay. I would like to continue down south to continue investigating that wall.
Okay, very good. You do so.
Oops. No, it's just gonna follow the wall down here. Coming on down.
Master Binbag, are you up to anything in particular?
Skeezewell does see the door, right?
You
Not anymore.
barely do. You caught the glimpse of it once upon a time, but now Mandion Gelden has traversed his way away from said door and down along the southern.
Skeezewell's just following Mandy and Gelden because he's got the light.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense to me. You stick near. More of the same.
Ulzgud would like to search this bad boy too.
Okay, please do, by all means. You take note of the large javelin sticking through this creature. Looking upon it, you find only a single gold piece and what looks like could be a potion of healing. Alas, there are no scrolls.
Excuse me, mate. Skeezewell wrenches the javelin from the body.
It is a disgusting display.
I step back, slightly mortified.
Skeezewell, roll a d20. The javelin is just salvageable. It is. You may add another javelin to your javelin pool. It appears to be in working order.
Yeah, looks sharp enough.
It looks like we've hit a dead end here. Looks like we only have one choice to go through that door. Let me know when you boys are ready.
Let's.
I will try to grab this whole palisade and drag it over to the door.
Oh, interesting. All right, I'll have an athletics check out of you.
Ulzgud will help.
Nice.
Ooh, with advantage then. So be it.
Skeezewell will
Advantage.
not help.
Athletics.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Thanks, Skeezewell.
Ulzgud spit in Skeezewell's direction.
Oh.
Not at him though.
Damn. Oh shit.
Okay, very good. It is so. A 13. You guys are able to like nudge this palisade a good distance of the way. It's kind of attached and tied to another segment, and you guys get it to like the full length of rotation, with it being tied to the other segment, without being able to push it any further.
All right, I'll try to get that other section cut off.
Okay, easy enough. You can get a dagger or some shit and cut away at it with a little issue.
Can I get rid of these numbers over my thing? It's super annoying.
You wish.
Yes, I will cut this off. Shink.
Yeah, very good. Easy enough to do so.
And I will continue pulling it towards the door.
Okay, all right. More athletics checks
I will continue helping.
with more advantage.
Nice.
Taking a few minutes, you are able to eventually scrape, fuck, shit, piss, GURPS this along the stone floor. Where are we taking it?
Right up against the door.
Okay, very good. Something to that effect?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right, very good. It is so. You guys are able to do so in but a mere 5 minutes time. Skeezewell, what are you doing during this interval?
Skeezewell skirts around the hole, gazes in.
Perception check.
Hold on,
so
what's my perception?
you'll roll a d20, and then you add a Nothing.
Nothing.
Yep, big
Okay.
fat 0
Yeah,
next to
whatever
that.
number is next to that.
That's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, pretty easy so far. A 16. Peering
Nice.
down into this dark crevice. You don't see much, but you could have swear you heard like some movement far down deep below. Perhaps as far as this thing goes. I don't know.
Skeezewell rushes to the door.
Yeah, you you're fearful of what may come out of there. Your imagination runs perhaps a little wild. Okay, that being said, what is the strength team up to? I should say that you guys are really all the strength team.
Yeah, really. I mean, they are really. In saying that, I'm going to get behind the palisade and say, all right, you guys are going to need to lift that door. I'm going to have to push this thing under so I can make it through.
I will make an attempt at lifting the door.
Skeezewell will help.
Sick. So, Master Bone-Breaker, this is going to be your first what we call a team skill challenge. Your party members have done this before, ergo the fluidity of the situation. Kudos to you for getting in line and following suit. What's going to happen here is because you, Skeezewell, and Bone-Breaker are working together on a task in tandem with the rest of the team, you guys can choose whether you want to roll athletics independently, either one of you roll at once, or one of you rolls with advantage in athletics. It's up to you guys. You guys can decide amongst one another. Mandy and Gelden, you guys have a good idea of what your plan's going to be, so I don't have to brief you on any of that. When the time comes, you are also going to be making an athletics check to try to get your job done.
Roger that.
Okay. All right. Well, with all you guys are clear to proceed, please.
What am I rolling for?
You are rolling athletics, Skeezewell Binbag, which
Okay.
will mean a +3 for your roll.
Do I put advantage on this, or is this just a regular
It's up to you
athletic?
guys.
That's up
One
to you
person
and
can roll it
Skeezewell.
with advantage, or both of you guys can roll independently.
Yeah.
So what's your athletics modifier?
5.
5. So you should roll with advantage.
Okay. All right. Very good. Oh shit! Damn. Working
Nice.
in tandem, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you think you're gonna have to take the brunt of the weight of this, the tonnage of this heavy metal door. But you forget, as Skeezewell Binbag rolls up his sleeves, and an excellent amount of muscle, perhaps equal to, if not more so than yours, is on display. And you guys begin to bro out as the metal door squeaks and cries along the masonry, revealing a small gap beneath it. Mandy and Gelden, at this point, you are going to have to wait another few seconds or so to be able to wedge the palisade underneath this door, as I believe your plan is.
I rest my weight on the palisade, getting ready to push.
Okay, all right, very good. At this point, Master Skeezewell, I'd like you to roll an athletics of your own device. I think Master Bone-Breaker deserves to keep these rolls, and your roll will be like an additionary.
Hey, hold on.
Yep. Hey, it's fucking not. I understand. Oh, well done. Excellent.
Nice.
A 17. Little to no issue. You are able to keep up with Master Bone-Breaker with little to no problem, and are able to help him push past his apex point where the weight is getting to its most extreme and bearing down on him the most, and you are able to support him in his time of need. Just in time, Mandy and Gelden, you see your opportunity to slide in this palisade with all your might.
Oh no, I did with
Not
advantage.
with advantage, you fucking pig.
No.
Roll again.
No!
Well, they were pretty low, so this might be
No,
good
that's
for
deception. No.
No!
Loser. What do I make
Both
of
work, they
this?
both work!
What do I make of this?
Take the lesser.
What am I supposed to do here?
Take the lesser.
Oh.
I'll accept the 15 at this
And Gelden
time.
gets too excited.
Your servos in your suit going fucking crazy, steam blasting all over the place. You give it all you got with a double hand heave and push the palisade, wedging it underneath the door at this time, revealing quite a sizable gap for you guys to fit through. What's revealed before you is what looks like more of the same floor pattern along more of the same wall pattern. At least 15 foot tall by 15 foot wide hallway of some kind. And you guys are clear to attempt to advance through at your discretion.
I say now's the time. Go, go, go.
Yeah, I'll go through.
Okay.
Age before beauty.
You push your way through. Now, are you going to continue holding the load as Ulzgud? You're just going to, kind of like switch shoulder to shoulder and get onto the other side? Or are you dropping your load and just heading in? Or something else? It's up to you. It's very important.
I am switching shoulders, and I am trying to get a gaze in on what's in here.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. Very good. I would say you are able to maintain the weight easily enough. And cocking your head to the side into the darkness with your natural dark vision, that isn't such a hard deal with you. So please make a perception check without advantage at this time. It seems like Ulzgud is maintaining the weight pretty well. If anyone else would like to slip in. Ulzgud, you are struggling to hear much as your head is smushed up against this crazy cast iron door, but looking over and seeing, you don't detect any motion immediately off the cuff. You don't see anything protruding from the wall, ceilings, or floors, which is quite nice, at least 30 feet away. And you don't see much of a change in the environment at all. It looks pretty uniform up ahead. Nothing too suspicious to the naked eye.
No.
And Skeezewell, you see your opportunity. It's, the weight is quite large at this time. Okay. All party members through. Ulzgud, you are clear to do whatever you desire to do next. You no longer need to hold this weight.
Slip in and drop that door.
Okay. The door falls upon the palisade, and the palisade, you can hear the wood cracking underneath the weight of this impressive specimen. And it is able to be held underneath the weight of that insane door.
Damn, nice.
At least a foot or so. Oopsie. There we go. Let me close that back off. And you guys are now left in a hallway chamber. Again, 15 feet by 15 feet, pretty much. Leading as far as the eye can see.
We have no choice but to continue forward.
Okay. You
And we
guys
will.
You guys push forth. About 5-10 minutes or so go by. Nothing eventful occurs. And then at this point, you are starting to hear some raised voices up ahead at Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Probably about 70 feet or so away. Sounds like the churmuring of goblins up ahead.
Ulzgud is not happy. It says, "There's filth in the air, boys."
I
How
sniff
far
a
away
little
are the
bit,
goblins?
and I think I smell the stench of goblin as well.
What was that, Master Binbag?
How far are the goblins away?
That's up to Ulzgud to report.
Still, well, I can't tell on here, so it's decently far away.
That's what you got. Decently far away. Skeezewell Binbag.
I can't see a bloody goblin to intimidate.
Skeezewell takes the chick from his hat. comforting himself in these dark times.
Oh. Okay, very good. You can roll a d20. Oh, the chick is responsive. Chick is responsive to your cries of companionship.
Nice.
or whatever is occurring between you two. Is the party pushing forward? What is the marching order looking like, gentlemen? In what order is the party fashioned here?
Ulzgud would like to propose to the party him taking the front and entering stealth.
Okay.
Like this idea.
I will also enter stealth behind him for sure.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, very good. Ulzgud, you were suspecting this. Well, perhaps I'll hold my tongue for when the moment of truth arrives. So are we ditching the torch, Mandy and Gelden, or are you passing it off to someone else? What's the play with that? Because you will suffer with your stealth checks. Wielding
I
a
would like
torch, as you imagine.
to snuff out the torch and keep it.
Okay, I would say you have at least another half of that torch left, so you could add that torch back to your inventory
Nice, half torch.
to use at a later date to some degree. Skeezewell, Binbag, the lights go out in your vicinity. Mandion, Gelden, you still have your slight pebble light emitting. Do you want to keep that at this time?
I'll keep it. I don't think it's as offensive as the torch.
Certainly not. Nowhere near. Nowhere near as terrible. Not enough to compromise your stealth check. Okay.
Nice.
So, Master Binbag, you'll just be trailing, probably hovering along the hallway wall to keep your bearings, I imagine, something like that.
Yeah, I gotta stay in the background because my stealth is terrible.
Okay. If you want to attempt to sneak, you certainly may. I promise you it won't be any worse than, if you chose not to sneak at all.
Skeezewell's going to hide, but he's gonna try and hide in a place where where he doesn't, because he's gonna whip out the chick. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yep. Just kind of getting a little.
Skeezewell's hanging back. He's trying to maintain eye contact, but he kind of wants to hop in once the battle's started. If the battle starts.
Far enough away you think a stealth roll may not be necessary.
Right.
Okay, very good, excellent, no problem. You pick a little side of the hallway you desire and nestle up along it with your back behind it and coddle your small newfound creature, which you didn't think would be so enticing, but the rapture of its golden eyes as they glisten back at you reminds you of wealth, if anything, and the energy of the sun. And it's a very warm feeling. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker and Mandy and Gelden, you guys can roll stealth checks to sneak on up here. Mandy and Gelden, I believe you just roll stealth as normal nowadays, do you not?
I not only do that, but I will impose a dampening field and roll it with advantage.
Oh, fuck. Are you kidding me?
Yes, dampening field, you have advantage on dexterity/stealth checks. If the armor normally imposes disadvantage on such checks, the advantage and disadvantage cancel each other, so it's actually normal.
Yeah,
You're correct.
Normal. Yeah, okay. All right. Just so, hey, I'm watching you every second of every day.
You are correct. You are
every
correct.
second of every day.
Yes, hey, that's still a big improvement.
Yeah,
I'll
no
take
shit.
it.
No shit. Okay.
Oh, I did it anyway.
Oh,
No, it did the
automatic.
heavy armor. It did the heavy armor, yeah.
Maybe you could just roll with advantage and maybe it'll cancel it out.
Oh, maybe it will. Let me check.
I'm curious.
I'm just gonna check.
No.
It does not.
That's a shame.
That's
Oh
weird.
well. Oh well. So you can just roll a d20 and add yourself.
Okay.
Same thing as Skeezewell Binbag.
Yep.
Easy.
We could add you probably like a custom armor scale for your stealth.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that in the future after I figure out what's wrong with poor Skeezewell Binbag's character sheet.
Yeah, it's too bad.
All right, so yeah, about the same. You're pretty surprised, Master Bone-Breaker. You're a little caught off guard by just the presence of this other, partner with you. You don't take this one to be much of a hunter or a skulker. Despite that, though, whatever modifications he was talking about making to his suit apparently seem to have bared fruit, as he is as he is able to keep up, to a same degree of agility as you, not giving away your position by any stretch of the imagination. You guys creep up, and the murmurings of the goblins, etc., over in the distance get louder and louder. Until at this point, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you can see before you what appear to be more palisades poking out of the darkness. And that is where we find ourselves with a visual. Please be directed to your characters here. Skeezewell, Binbag, after playing with your chick, you have caught up a little bit behind the party. Seeing that they have stopped, though, you have also remained in a stationary position, hugging along amongst the wall, listening intently. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker continues to creep up. It unveils more palisades and what appears to be wooden constructions on either side of this hallway, rather than the stone that you are accustomed to.
Mm.
And you can hear beyond the wooden palisades, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Now get ready! The attack isn't going how we planned! We need reinforcements up their stat! And more goblin churmurings. The churmurings of tactics and reinforcements this, and Grishwak will have our hides if we don't do as he says that. It's, more of the same goblin talk that you've been hearing. But it seems like there's quite a few, and that they're mobilizing for something. Mandion, Gelden, you can make this out too, creeping right behind Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. And I'll have you guys roll if you guys proceed any further, I'll have you make a new stealth check. What would you guys like to do?
Need to
Speaking
get
of
in
which.
position. A whisper in Ulzguld's ear behind him.
Okay. Ulzgud
I
getting...
Skeezewell is
shall
not speaking.
proceed.
Okay.
Skeezewell has his fireball and shit in hand, just like in his picture.
Okay. Alright, very good.
But
Ready?
he's standing back. He's standing in that corner.
You can hear the
Just
distant
watching.
churmurings of goblin, but you can't quite make it out, Mr. Binbag. Mandion, you can see as Ulzgud just gets lower to the ground and gains more of a predatory sense, and he becomes ever so quieter as he begins creeping about. If you two, Mandion, desire to push forward, I'll have you make a stealth check once again.
I'll make a stealth check. Yikes.
Oof, try to follow in suit, but it isn't quite enough. You get down, but overestimate the leverage and the newfound agility you have, and your groin kind of scrapes up against the ground as you do sort of like a yoga pose, almost.
Damn. That's crazy.
What
Okay.
the fuck is that? You can hear being emanated out from over yonder. I don't know. Better check it out. One of you kids come with me. And you guys get the sense that someone is coming to check on the disturbance that's been made. What's the play?
Question.
Yes.
Is it still rather dark in here?
Yes. Yes. Okay. It's hard for you to tell because you're, rather accustomed to this area. Yeah. But it is dark. Speaking of which, let's see. I think you guys have a bit too much vision, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh shit.
I shouldn't be able to see anything, actually.
Yeah.
I have no light on me.
Yeah,
Well, I have a light on me, so you should be able to
Don't
see
you have
from
your
my light.
fireball in your hand? Shouldn't you have like a tiny little something? Or does it not work like that?
Shit. I don't remember. How do
Dim glow. Whoa.
Yeah, Skeezewell should be able to track Mandion Gelden a little bit because of his little thing he has. It's pretty good. But that is about it. It's a very very subtle.
I am going to urge Mandion to stack up on this door with me on
Shit.
each side. You
Okay.
take the left, I take the right.
Yeah, get in the eye for this, Ulzgud. This is a very sharp looking looking fortification. It looks like some type of rampart that's designed to only be like a one-way mechanism. So so it looks like goblins will have no problem running out and on into this area, but anything that's trying to get in is going to have a really hard time.
Okay.
You're kind of
Duly
familiar with
noted.
this fortification.
Mm.
Mandion Gelden is going to prep a fireball in his hand and use it to ignite the bottom of that palisade.
Ooh, okay, all right. You begin the process of lighting the palisade aflame. It will take
Yeah, I'm
some
gonna
time.
ready my warhammer.
Okay. All right. Very good. You get primed and ready with your warhammer, taking note of the large metallic door, which seems ever so familiar to you guys at this time, over yonder. Skeezewell, Binbag, your party members have fallen silent and are fairly far out of your line of sight at this time. Mandy and Guild, why are you so bright? Oh, I see. I see what the matter is.
Skeezewell.
There we go.
Skeezewell is gonna start exploring his little section.
Okay. Very good. Please do so.
Skeezewell's going down.
Begin shuffling along. Everyone else begins preparing their various you-know-what. It is pitch black in this interior, and another few seconds pass by before you can hear the better be something good, damn it! And then a goblin appears out upon the rampart, not immediately seeing anyone in particular, but beginning to smell and catching note of something close in his vicinity, beginning to catch a flame. You guys have an opportunity if there's anything anyone would like to do.
Me being at the ready, can I strike him? Or can I grab him?
Ooh, you could make an athletics check to try to grab him. I'd allow such a thing. I have to reload my client real quick, like.
See ya.
I love it. If only it could fix all our
Support a
problems.
browser.
If only it could fix all of our problems. A 15. This creature does not see you coming, so I would say you were able to get him. You have the creature in your grasp. What now?
I grab him fully around the throat.
Okay.
And I tell him, if you scream, you die. Intimidating the animal.
Okay. I'll have you make a dexterity check to wrap your arms around him in the appropriate way to keep him from making too much noise. Okay. All right. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty good. You're able to get just about what you want in a orderly and timely fashion. And now I'll have you make your intimidation check. I would say with advantage. Mandion Gelden, you can see as this large beast is able to wrap himself around the smaller frame of this creature with little issue. Just as another pops out from over the rampart and starts looking over in that direction. What's going on here? What do you do, Mandion Gelden? Ulzgud's got his fucking arms tied up.
I'm also going to grab that goblin.
Okay, I'll have you make an athletics check. This goblin a bit more on guard. You go to grab him, and he and then slides back into the darkness. You go to lurch forward, trying to grab him, but at the last second, are reminded by the very sharp palisades protruding from almost every which way and direction, and avert impaling yourself any which way on such a fortification. Skeezewell, Binbag, this is a screech loud enough that you can hear it over from beyond in the darkness.
Skeezewell's moving along the back wall towards where he's trying to get an angle.
Okay. A few heartbeats pass. What's everyone doing?
I am going to prepare a lightning launcher attack on my right fist. My right fist beginning to glow an amber color in that encrustment area that I built before.
Badass. You can see Ulzgud is out of the corner of your eye. This goblin struggling, trying to squirm his way out of your grip. the amber coloration and glowing of Mandion Gelden's fist as it's pointing out toward the darkness where that goblin fled to. And what are you doing with your strangleholded prisoner?
Ulzgud shoves and slams this animal into the spiky palisades in front of him.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. But, yeah. Go ahead and just roll a d12 and add your strength modifier.
Sick.
Let's. So do I just hit the D12?
Yep. And then you can add a whatever it is, like a +3 or something like that.
Where do you see the plus thing?
Well, it's not a plus exactly. It's just a big number in the attribute.
Oh wait. Oh, there we go. Roll 1d20 plus 3.
1d12 plus.
Or oh yeah, 1d12.
Oh yeah, yeah.
3.
Okay. All
Roll.
right. All right.
Boom. 7.
Oh, hey. Okay. All right. Very good. 7 piercing damage is dealt to this creature. And he is impaled on the spikes, killing it. The creature slain.
Damn. Well done.
Bro.
Another 6 seconds pass. Skeezewell Binbag, what are you doing?
Skeezewell is sneaking around the back of this palisade.
Ooh, okay. I'll have you make a dexterity check to squirm. It's a tight fit, and these palisades are freshly made and sharp, as well as quite crude. This is goblin construction.
You say dexterity?
Yes, yep, a dexterity check. So you'll just roll a d20 and add whatever your dexterity modifier is to it. Oh shit, that's a shame. A 6. It's a tight fit when you get to this point here. This is a really tight fit, and you're pretty much wedged in now with your chest being pressed in, you know, by the sharp log, and your back up against these vertical logs, which aren't as uncomfortable. But I mean, yeah, no, this is rough. You might have to double back around and head underneath or around for a safer way through.
All right. Skeezewell struggles and frees himself.
Just then, another goblin makes his presence known from around Ulzgud's shoulder and Skeezewell out of your periphery. And then another. And at this time, I'd like to roll some initiative, bitch. The time is now. Mandion, if you want to get off a free shot, I'll allow it because you had your attack ready to go.
I'm gonna get off a free shot, that's for sure.
Okay.
I also did not have my token selected.
Oh, well. That's a shame.
Even worse, nice.
Don't forget to select your token before you roll initiative, lest you pay the real price.
Yes, I'm going to
Your token.
launch a lightning bolt from my fist whenever we're ready.
Okay. Yeah, I would say we are pretty ready.
What do you mean select your token
Like
before
your,
rolling initiative?
Like your character on the map. You just have to click on Ulzgud, and then you should be good. Yeah, all's well. All's well around here. Excellent. Oh shit, the lightning launcher. What does that look like, Mandion Gelden?
It's a thick lightning bolt with only a few strands, clearly very high charge, and it's a dark orange color, even darker than the amber of the charging initially. But it is definitely bright dark orange.
Very good.
If that hits,
Anyone?
then I have to roll again.
Oh,
Or
shit.
just roll another d6 for damage.
Oh, sick. Okay, very good. Quick reminder, anyone who's using spells, you are clear to bust your spells per day back up to what it is maximum.
Yes.
You know, in case you forgot to do so, I highly doubt you spellcasters out there would forget to do that. Just a quick reminder before we begin our friendly neighborhood combat.
Double spells up.
Let's see. We will swap over and see what you guys can do about the goblin horde. Oh, so exciting. Turn that music up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see, we've got creatures up to no good. Mandion Gelden unleashes a devastating lightning shock, and this creature sees it coming and ducks it.
Oh.
It's the mailman! You hear him cry out in response to your attack. Clearly, you've built up something of a reputation with these individuals.
No.
And they will be added to the initiative at this time as well.
Oh, god damn it.
Sorry, combat hasn't quite started yet.
That's alright, it's not my turn anyway.
Yeah, jeez.
It's alright, I don't have any right to talk.
Yeah. Just shut up.
This will be round +1. Boom. Looking good. Top of the round. Round 1 of combat. Up first, we have one of these goblin creatures. Tries to push past the shoulder of this other one. They'll both have to make checks to see how this goes. One is like as gracefully trying to leapfrog over the front one as possible, but this front one is so busy gloating at you, Mandion Gelden, for losing your strike and pointing out that it's the Metal Man over and over, that he blocks his comrade from passing by him.
Damn.
And that's the first round for the goblins.
Damn.
Skeezewell, can Skeezewell light a torch and activate his mage hand to hold it?
Yes. What does it cost for Mage Hand?
So it's gonna be an action, I think, but I want to like light up the whole area.
Okay. I would say you could light up a torch as a bonus action and then get your Mage Hand going, no problem.
Okay.
So let's see. So you want pretty much a mobile torch, it's gonna be. So not something bound to you.
Correct.
That is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Boom, just like that. Okay, you're able to light your torch. You can hear the familiar sound of a tinderbox igniting a torch behind you, Mandion Gelden and Ulzgud, as the chamber comes to light. Not showing you really much more than what you saw before, but showing Skeezewell much more of the situation. And where would you like that torch, Master Skeezewell, as your spectral hand flows out of your shoulder and grips it and whoop, takes it over to your destination of your choice within 30 feet, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 60 feet?
Cool. I think it's 30, so right here, please.
Right there, please. Excellent. Placed right upon the palisade. It's giving a bit of a shadow, but not too bad. Anything else? You have all of your movement, Mr. Binbag, if you desire to take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay, I can. Wait, no, I can't. I can't move that way because I can't move that way because the torch is at its limit.
It is dark. You
Oh.
can move that way. It would just be, you just had no idea where you're going. You know there's hallway behind you. You did just come from there.
Right, but the mage hand is as a limit of 30 feet. So if I move back, it will go back as well.
True. Very true.
All right, Skeezewell's going to. I guess I can move forward though, so I'm gonna go like.
At your behest, my friend. No one is pressuring you one way or the other. You see your friends engaged with goblins peering out of there, and turning and lighting that torch and putting it over here, you do notice a goblin that's peering out of this one, and looks like he's about to jump off of this, looks like a spiky ramp, for lack of better terminology.
Bloody spiky ramps.
Anything else?
Skeezewell, no.
Okay, fantastic.
That's it.
Next round of combat, top of the, well, not top of the goblin round, but next goblin up. This creature is going to go for a slash at you, Mandion Gelden, after jumping out of the way of the rampart with a
No.
dagger. I hope that's all right. A 14.
No.
It's no big deal. Ting! You put up a bit of your armor, careful to not let the creature strike at your newly found lightning launcher.
That's right.
And the effect, the attack has no effect on you. Master Bone-Breaker, you are up. Your first round of combat after a nice hearty rest. What would you like to do first, my friend?
Ulzgud screams at the top of his lungs, "More bones to break!" and swings down on the head of the goblin in front of him and Mandion.
Okay, very good. Well, which weapon do you choose?
The Warhammer.
Okay, you can make a one-handed or two-handed
One-handed.
strike. Okay, very good, at your leisure. You may do so. Ooh, that connects. 8 bludgeoning damage is just enough to slay the beast. How does it die?
Its head just squishing down into its shoulders and becoming no more blood splattering.
Well done. It is so. The head explodes like a pinata. Mandion Gelden, the foe that you were in a duel with, has since bit the dust. Anything else,
Good,
Master Bonebreaker?
excellent.
A fine
Ulzgud
kill.
licks the blood off of his face and ends his turn.
Damn. Very ferocious. Mandion Gelden, you are up. The dead goblin lay before you.
I smile and turn towards the goblin climbing over the opposite palisade, pointing my fist at it and unleashing another lightning launch.
Skeezewell, you take note of this. This is quite interesting looking. This looks like a wrist-mounted amber launcher of some kind that streaks out a, what is it, like an orange lightning bolt?
Yeah, it's a dark orange lightning bolt.
Like, oh, in a very tight stream, almost like that of a projectile. It strikes the creature for 2 lightning damage successfully. What happens next?
I roll for a second additional d6.
Ooh.
And do 4 additional damage.
This is interesting, Skeezewell. When this lightning projectile impacts with this goblin in its left shoulder, it holding on to the palisade now for dear life. Mandion almost enhances the power in some way when a secure target has been hit, and a secondary wave of energy unleashes through, almost emboldening the width of the lightning bolt that digs into the goblin ever further, dealing another 4 lightning damage. Excellent. This goblin.
That better not be wizardry.
Something far more powerful, Skeezewell, you'll see.
Okay, anything else, Master Gelden?
That's a successful turn.
I would say. This creature, now like a bit of smoke smoldering and rising out of the crater you've left in its left shoulder, runs away back from whence it came and hides within the presumably the friendly goblin fortification, thus ending the first round of combat. You guys can hear from not only up to the north but also to the south from both fortifications, "Man, those gits are attacking our camp! We must defend ourselves! Strike down the metal man!"
Not the metal man.
All right. And you guys can hear as more goblins prepare to muster themselves into the field of combat. Skeezewell, Binbag, I'd like you to make a perception check, please. So you've got your back to this palisade, and you've had your eyes on this battlefield for quite a little while now. You may have the chance to pick up something someone else may not. A 15. I would say you do so. The only thing that's really striking to you as any type of a possible goal or anything of that caliber would be this door over here. It appears like there's another door that could very well lead to an exit of some kind. It does grip your attention. Other than that, this looks like a pretty well fortified enemy position. Okay. Top of the round. Oh, let's see. That should be. This should be round 2. We have a goblin who pushes up and out of the rampart, moving over 10 feet, and then another 10 feet to get behind Master Bone-Breaker. Master Bone-Breaker can hear as some creature comes skittering out, and you look over to your left as this creature has already moved over to your right, getting into your blind spot. Devilish tricks, and goes for a stab at you with a dagger. A 14 that narrowly misses. You can hear a bit of scraping of the cloth in which you use to keep your weapons bound to you upon your person is slashed at. Almost a shallow cut, but no such blow. Just then, out from behind you, Mandion and Gelden, another one of these creatures pops out from both of you and lands in between both of you in an instant. These similar-looking brown goblins, of a different clan or creed. The more formidable kind, unfortunately. This one with a small, short sword that it wields towards you, Mandion and Gelden. A 7. Oof, ain't nothing. You are able to dodge out of it without suffering any damage to suit or person. Skeezewell, Binbag.
Alright, Skeezewell sees the door. He, I'm gonna cast a lot of spells right now. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Skeezewell.
Where would you like to start, my friend?
Alright, I'm gonna do a magic missile.
Okay, you were able to cast Magic Missile. I believe this is the first time Master Bone-Breaker's seen such a thing. What does it look like?
Well, Skeezewell's kind of using like all of his sorcery at the same time. So I'm gonna use magic missile, but I'm also gonna use the chaos bolt with my sorcery points.
Ooh, how so?
It's the flexible casting. Use your sorcery points to gain. No, not that one. Quicken spell. When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action for this casting.
I don't think you can for 2 first level spells. Please double check the homebrew rules, because I believe you have a quicken spell section that clarifies
What was the thing?
this rule.
You can spell cast as a bonus action. Can't cast another spell during the same turn except for the cantrip with the casting time of 1 action. This quicken spell is cast as a bonus action. That spell, this means you're able to cast 2 spells in a single turn. One of them must be a cantrip. Okay.
I would say in time, Skeezewell, if this is something that you want to work on, you know, like get the ability to do this. This is something you can train to do, and you and I can discuss about what that may entail and what that could be.
All right, I'm still gonna do the thing, but I'm using firebolt.
Ooh, firebolt. Oh, okay. All right. So magic missile and firebolt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna do chaos bolt and firebolt.
Badass. Okay, very good. Please
well,
do.
That's like what the picture is, right? So I'm having like my picture moment. Okay.
Yes. Yep. I would say so.
So
living up to the avatar of Skeezewell Binbag, you ready in one hand this dark twisting energy that begins to formulate and crackle wildly, and in the other hand you snap your fingers and begin to grow this small baseball-sized projectile of a fire bolt that begins to burn and grow in the palm of your hand. Unleash your chaos bolt. Hopefully your spells work still. I imagine they will.
Level 1.
Oh, very good. Let's see.
That is going to this goblin.
Let's see. Oh shit, actually it didn't work either. Fuck. I need you to roll to hit to see if you strike. So I think what you can do is, can you go to, let me try this, see if this works. Nope, that also didn't work. Fuck, that sucks. Okay. So you can roll a d20 and add 5.
D20 plus 5.
Yep, that is your attack modifier. It's basically a ranged attack. And we'll use your roll. Oh shit, yeah, yep, that hits. That hits no problem. Which creature was that?
The further one. This
Oh,
one.
okay, alright. Oh shit, well, whoopsie. No problem.
There he goes.
No problem. You've got it. Okay, so. You have your choice of, what was that, an 8 or a 1? Thunder damage or acid damage? Your choice.
Thunder is better, I think.
Okay, very good. Very good. Thunder damage it is. So that's 14 thunder damage in total. You can see Ulzgud is out of your left periphery. A nasty crack of dark energy comes whisking out from Skeezewell Binbag, and it cleaves this goblin asunder, thrashing, sending him spiraling like a football over onto the top of these palisades. A smoldering ruin, and there's a crack, a concussive boom when that projectile reaches its target. It's quite the... Whew, a bit of your hair sticks on end from the magical display.
And then fire.
Yes, your firebolt. Where's that going? Oh, I also need you to roll a d20 plus 5 to see if you hit with that bitch as well.
Okay. Can I just do /d20 plus 5?
Yes. Yep. You can do that.
Okay.
I think so anyway.
It needs roll.
No. It does need to roll. Unfortunately.
Well enough.
Oh, nice. Another hit. You strike into this creature. With your other hand whisking out a firebolt, popping into the side of it. 8 fire damage. The creature is dead. How does it die? Well done, my friend.
Just the firebolt envelops his whole front, and he just burns.
Okay. Hey, excellent. Yeah, very good. It is so. He is a smoldering ruin. Well done. Anything else?
So that whole thing was happening, Skeezewell's eyes are like lighting up, and his cloak is sort of floating, and like the hat is kind of like riding a puff of air, and the little chick is on Skeezewell's head, dancing, eyes glittering. So yeah, it was quite the spectacle. No, it really was, and also effective.
Two great spells with that kind of spectacle. I love it.
Yeah, really good, really good. The custom rolling isn't slowing you down one bit.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I did want to do something else. I'm moving towards the door.
Oh, excellent.
Moving towards the door.
Very good.
And I'm beckoning my teammates to come join me.
Okay, I would say you could get there in all of your movement, no problem. Yeah, no
Come
issue
on,
there.
lads, to the door. Go, go, go.
Okay, very good. You guys see Skeezewell busting out a sick magical display, not wanting to spend any more time here than need be, begins making a rush for the door as another one of these creatures jumps out onto the corpse of its ally and begins readying itself for combat. I'm just going to go ahead and push one of these corpses out of the way to make some room here. This creature will try to smack you up, Mandion Gelden.
Not the middle
22,
man.
how you like that? You take 1 piercing damage.
Damn it.
They're prioritizing Metal Man.
As you are struck in the waist, and a bit, it draws ever, the smallest amount of blood. And this, you can see this creature celebrating. Yes! And just almost as if a cry for another creature to enter the fray, another one from the other side of the palisade jumps down and gets over toward the metal man, provoking an attack of opportunity from Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. if Ulzgud Bone-Breaker would like to take it.
I would.
Okay, you may make a Warhammer strike at your discretion of whatever caliber you desire. Shit! You saw that creature squelching and tried to get over behind him in time, but you were facing the wrong direction, and you were just unable to, you weren't sure which direction to face, where the next goblin will pop out of. This is getting a little ridiculous. And this creature is able to close the distance to Mandion Gelden unharmed, and will be able to take a strike at him with a crude short sword with advantage, thanks to pack tactics, baby. Oh my god, yes! Yes! Shing! It shears off a bit of your forearm, Mandion Gelden, but it is a little issue for a heavily armored bloke such as yourself. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you are now up.
I'm having like a noob moment, and I like can't get these bubbles to go away to like turn my character.
Oh, sometimes you just have to scroll in and out a little bit and change your perspective.
Yeah, but sucks.
Oh, that's helpful.
Sometimes you just have to fiddle fuck around with it a little bit.
Yeah, no, that the scrolling thing helps. Yeah. Yeah. I am going to attack this bad boy right in front of me.
Okay, very good. By all means, lash out at it. A 12.
Two-handed strike this time.
A 12, that is the armor class of the creature. Roll a d6 for me to determine if this is a glancing blow or a near miss. It's a near miss. I'm so sorry.
Darn.
You fucking wind up and go for a devastating strike on this creature, and it skims the top of its head from right to left, and the swing clears it. Mandion Gelden's still at the foot of a dangerous foe. ×2. Anything else, Master Bone-Breaker?
No, I'm going to hold my ground.
Okay, very good. Mandion Gelden, you are beset by two creatures. You can see as the large child-sized warhammer of your ally just narrowly missed the very squishable head of that goblin before you, and you are unfortunately still in a 2v1.
Damn it. Okay. Mandion Gelden casts Grease.
Oh, greasing it up. Okay, very good. Please mark out your grease location.
That is the Grease location.
What does this look like?
This is just an absolute sludge that pours out of like the shins of the suit as if it's been collecting down there.
Ooh.
It's
ooh.
like there's like
a reclaim of some kind.
yeah,
Or
kind of, and
animals.
it's just like vents in the front of the shins and it just like oozes out the front.
Okay.
All over.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, you can see this foul could very well be mechanical in nature, but you don't dare test it. Liquid Master Bone-Breaker that squirts out all over here, mixing with the blood of the goblins and creating a very slippery surface. Let's see. So that's slick-ass grease. Each creature standing in it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. Creatures that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed. So if this doesn't distinguish between friend or foe, they kind of just have to do it. What is the DC they have to make? It'll probably be your spell save DC.
14.
Okay. They have to make at least a 14. Good copy on that. Let's see how they do. And that's a dex save. They are kind of dexterous. We'll see what happens. A 12. That one does not make it and falls prone. That one also does not make it and fall prone.
Right.
Both of them. You can see who is good as the plan works out right before your eyes. These creatures begin slicking around on the ground, unable to get good traction, and fall ass over tea kettle down onto the ground. Both flopping in this black liquid. That was your action, Mandion Gelden. Anything else?
So them falling prone, does that affect them making attacks of opportunity and or their pack tactics and or
Let's see.
or is that just does that affect like
Knocking
yeah,
you
what-
prone, I think, makes you have disadvantage on melee attacks. Allow me to double check.
which in their case would cancel out the
That
regular.
just sounds like it would make
attack.
sense, but yeah.
Yeah, yes. They're definitely, well, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say. I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
Let me see. Where is prone? A prone creature's only movement option is to crawl. Yes, thank you. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. Yep. Period.
Nice.
All attack rolls, melee or ranged. So that will cancel out with the pack tactics, I guess, and make it normal.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, that makes
Good
sense to
move.
me. That makes sense to me. So that's pretty good.
Cool.
You're certainly better off than you would be otherwise.
Yeah, because I'm gonna run by both of them.
Oh shit! A provoking an attack
Provoking
of opportunity
two
from
attack of
both of
opportunity.
them. Oh shit! Without advantage, they will try to strike you. One of them fucking looks like they're about to click with your ankle, and you're like, oh god, no! And your foot's already moving in that direction. It's too late to stop it now. It does not connect. It must have just been like a centimeter away from clipping you, but it's no issue at all. And the other creature, he fucking goes in to try to fill in where the other one left off, and is unable to come anywhere near it. Him slicking down and falling again, face first into the ground. This creature is unable to strike you.
Sick. I'm gonna get up next to Skeezewell Binbag.
Okay, very good. Taking a position next to your friend, you go about, well, preparing for something. I'll let you use your bonus action to try to prepare, to do something within
Yeah,
reason.
I'll prep to lift this.
Ooh,
I
okay.
well, yeah, no, I'll prep to lift this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So be it. You notice immediately, getting it up in your face, impossible to miss it. It looks like this lock is damaged in a very similar way to that the other one was, the door before you. So this could very well be a similar case of door operation.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Top of the round, we have another goblin pouring in from the shadows. Bone-Breaker, you're getting quite a hardy view of these pathetic combatants squirming over and flopping pretty much over themselves in this liquid that your friend quite comically deployed out of his shins. As another one enters your peripheral that makes you giggle a little bit less, as he seems a bit more pissed off. And he makes a leap over towards you with a short sword being drawn out. A 6. Fing! It ain't nothing. You are able to deflect it with your warhammer, but this creature does not withdraw and maintains his positioning. Let's see. Round 3, top of the round. You can hear the churmuring of more goblins out from beyond the palisades. You guys can tell, just by the sound of it, you have not seen the end of these creatures yet. As more join the turn order. Dear God, have mercy. Okay, top of the round. Skeezewell Binbag. What do you got for us, Mr. Binbag?
Skeezewell wants to attempt to open the door.
Okay, you can make a athletics check. Try to get this bitch ready. Mandion Gelden is in a bit of a prepped position. He won't be able to actively assist, but he will be able to add a small bonus.
All right, I'm rolling d20 plus 3.
Okay, excellent. $14 total. You get it, so it's about a foot off of the ground. And then Mandion is able to hold it in position. That is about as far as you get, given the current time frame.
Can I continue lifting next turn?
Yes, of course. Yep. You can pick up where you left off.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
And
then.
Mandion Gelden will likely also assist in between your next turn, so we'll see what happens. You may very well not have to do that. We'll see.
So the only other thing Skeezewell is doing right now is beckoning Ulzgud to come to the door.
Okay. You can hear the churmurings of your allies, Ulzgud, as you are almost getting lost into a blood rage. You're not sure how you're feeling quite yet. All you can tell for sure is that off to your right, up north, another creature has made themselves known in the barricade position and prepares a crossbow that it takes aim at you and fires. Blink, it comes sailing towards you, and you are able to sidestep out of the way of it, and it sails past you, Mandion Gelden, sticking into this dead body that's over in the palisade that Skeezewell placed there earlier. Let's see, this creature is going to attempt to stand up. Let's see, and the grease enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed under dexterity. So, okay, so these guys are going to be able to attack you, and then if they end their turn, they'll fall prone again, likely. That's pretty good. Okay. So he will stand up at the cost of half of his movement. You can see this goblin slipperily getting his bearings once again, no longer prone. And he is going to take a strike at you with advantage due to having an ally in such close proximity. And he lunges out with a crude dagger. Oof, unable to stick you, you are keeping your warhammer at bay, lashing it around left and right in almost every direction other than that which you think your allies are, and doing your utmost to keep these creatures at bay. He will have to make a dexterity save as he is still within the grease pile. He is unable to succeed and falls prone again. You can see as you're waving off to deflect this blow, Bone-Breaker, this goblin kind of flinches from the attack, and it makes him lose his balance, and he falls again onto the ground. Likewise, this goblin is going to spend half of his movement to stand up and leave the area, stepping out of the grease. He kind of like shakes himself off. Say, fuck it, god damn it! That's it! And he reaches into his belt and flips up this small iron dagger, catches it, and then throws it towards you, Ulzgud, with advantage. You are able to, well, you like matrix dodge this one, bending at the waist, tilting all the way backward, and the knife comes spiraling over toward your head and past Mandion Gelden's right shoulder, clattering onto the ground. At the same time, Ulzgud, as you are rightening yourself back up again, a creature pops out from a nearby palisade and points its crossbow over towards Skeezewell Binbag. Got you now, you son of a... Point. A crossbow bolt unleashes. Phew. Oh, fuck. That is your AC, isn't it? Skeezewell Binbag. A 13? Shit. He just hits for 5 piercing damage.
Oh,
Damn.
It strikes into your chainmail, and you can feel it, and you think you might have a chance. It won't pierce through, and then it does. It slinks right through a ring at the perfect moment, and it's with enough force that it breaks its way through. A nasty blow. You can feel the warm blood peeling from your side. Not a mortal wound, but devastating. Especially, but you are able to maintain your grip on this iron door with your fortitude. The small chick cries within your hat. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. You've got quite a situation unfolding before you, and fast.
Ulzgud would like to use his spell scroll of entangle.
Oh shit, is now the time? Holy fuck. Okay. You unfurl your scroll, and let's see. There are some requirements here. Although I don't think it's very much. Let's see. I've added the entangle spell to your spell list. Ulzgud, go ahead and cast it at this time. You can click on the word entangle itself. And that should suffice. What are your verbal components that you do to make this happen with the spell scroll? And you do a little hand gesture as well. You may describe them at your leisure.
Just a little pulsing back and forth and waving of the fingers. Ulzgud and just goes. Cast entangle.
Okay, very good. As you're doing so, almost this guttural tribal mantra, a bunch of weeds and so on begin popping up out of the ground. Let's see. It's a 20 by 20 foot area. It's a 20-foot square area, so it's totally up to wherever you want to put it. If you cast it on yourself, you will be affected by it. It cannot distinguish between friend or foe. That is kind of a drawback of it. I've gone ahead and made this big golden square. You just let me know where you want that. That is the range of your fucking incredible spell that you're busting out.
I'd say it's probably pretty good where it's at.
Okay, you're feeling that? It can get
yeah.
It can get 3 of the targets.
Yeah.
Pretty much you can try to get.
I can only get 3, or if I add myself, then I can get 4 max.
True. Yeah.
So I might as well just get the 3.
Okay. All right. Very good. You go about unfurling this scroll. Mandy, Gelden, and Skeezewell, you guys can hear behind you a bunch of you have no idea what's going on. Skeezewell, you can kind of feel a bit of magic being cast in your vicinity. Other than that, though, you're not sure what's going on behind you. And let's see, these creatures need to make a strength check against your spell save DC, which is 11. Not the most prolific spellcaster, but a spellcaster nonetheless. I will remove the Entangle spell from your inventory. The scroll dissolves in your hands, Master Bone-Breaker, as these weeds and gripping vines begin to pull out from in between the stonework, and they try to grip and wrap around the various goblins. Let's see, I would say I'm going to give this one disadvantage because it's on the ground covered in the oil. Yep, it does not pass. Let's see. That other goblin up to the north is going to have to make a strength. He does not pass. That one is also entangled. And that archer down to the south is unaffected by the weeds. Bone-Breaker, you can see a good effect on these creatures that have already been a bit dazed before you, and they are restrained helpfully with your vines. However, this one over here he's able to lash his crossbow away and make sure that his body is unaffected by the weeds from his superior position. So, right now you're concentrating on this bitch. So you have to think about this. You can't cast any other spells that require concentration. Otherwise, this effect will end.
Okay.
And if you get hit, you have to roll to determine if you can maintain concentration on this effect.
Okay.
And you also can't maintain this effect while you go into a rage. So if you go into a rage, just keep that in mind. Those are your limitations and the rules, I believe, pertaining to you.
And
Anything
I'd
else?
also like to reposition with my dash.
Okay.
Next to the
You
boys.
can. It will provoke an attack of opportunity from both of those, from at least one of those creatures.
Let's
this one.
just send it.
Okay. All right. Very good. This creature will lash at you with advantage. You take 6 piercing damage as this creature sees the vulnerability of you trying to back up and lunges out and gives you a nice stab. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, to see if you can maintain the effect on your shit.
I can't see my full character sheet.
You might just have
From the
to.
whole spell thing. Yeah, there we go. Wherever you just said
yeah.
there.
It's core, bio, and spells. You can switch between them in the tabs there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all that is.
Alright, and what do I need? Constitution?
Yes, Constitution save. Oh, nice. Oh, really good. You hardly even notice the blood trickling down your side. You're far too busy thinking about these creatures entangled in your, in your vegetation trap. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Mandy and Gelden, you're up. There was a commotion behind you, but you think all your party members are with you, and you are ready to bust out something on this door that Skeezewell's gotten a foot up off the ground.
Nice. Before I do that, can I use my bonus action to look over my shoulder towards this palisade I tried starting a fire to see if it's actually lighting?
I'll allow it. Yeah, you can make a
Cool.
perception check in that direction to see what you can see in general.
Nice. See what happens.
Let's see. Pretty good. Unfortunately, given the density of the wood, you were unable to cause a fire at this time. You simply charred it, and it wasn't enough to catch it, unfortunately.
Hey, it is what it is. And he'll refocus back on the door and lift with all his might.
Okay, I would say you can make this athletics check with advantage, because Skeezewell has not wavered and is giving all he can to continue supporting this effort.
Very good.
A 17, excellent. You're able to get it another 2 feet off the ground. There's a nice 3-foot gap for someone to crawl, or if someone's small enough, crouch, to get underneath there. And then you are able to hold that weight sufficiency. Efficiently, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, yes. That's about it. That's the long and short
yeah.
of it.
Yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna hold it there then.
Okay, very good. As you're holding it, you can hear the pitter-patter of a creature sneaking out from the rear and pushing up behind Skeezewell Binbag. Drawing a small crude dagger, it goes in for a stab. Ching! You can hear against your chainmail, Skeezewell, disguised underneath your cloak, a piercing bit of metal as it makes contact with it, but you are unaffected.
Right.
Top of the round, round 4, Skeezewell Binbag, you are up. What's the play?
Skeezewell's just going for the big lift. He wants to be able to get through the door.
Okay, very good. It sounds like another athletics check. You may go with advantage because Mandy Gelden's helping you out big time.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the first one and then I'm gonna roll the second one.
Yeah, yep, excellent.
20 plus 3. Alright.
Ooh, really good start. Okay, alright, pretty good. You are able to lift up the door to shoulder height to allow people to traverse under it rather easily. And you maintain your steadfastness in that area. Unwavering.
That's
Anything
That's
else? Okay, alright, fantastic. Just then, you can hear the twang of a crossbow shot as it unleashes toward the back of Mandy and Gelden. Ting! A 15, just narrowly fucking scrapes the inside of your thigh of your suit, Mandy and Gelden. No effect.
Good.
This creature... Jesus. He's going to have to... What is he going to have to do? Strength saving throw? Yeah, he's going to try to free himself. Using his action. Sacrificing his action. This goblin's going to try to get free. He's unable to do so. He is restrained within the vines, unable to get out of Bone-Breaker's vine trap and Mandion's grease.
That's right.
This other goblin snug is going to try to do the same thing, break out of the vines he's ensnared in. He is unable to do so. The vines of this spell are keeping the goblins entrenched exactly in the position they are, with no effect seemingly coming from them. Another goblin's archer takes a shot over towards Skeezewell Binbag. The archer will have advantage due to having an ally within range of the target. The crossbow shears out. a devastating 9 damage into Skeezewell's side again, just a foot above where the last one penetrated into his flesh. This one deeper, narrower to his heart, into his vital organs. Skeezewell, I need you to make a strength saving throw to see if you can maintain the weight of this door as you've almost gotten the wind knocked out of you from this crossbow bolt.
D20 plus 3.
Please. Oh, the anticipation. You are just barely able to do so. Mandion, Gelden, you can see as your strength partner in this exercise is beginning to bend a bit at the knees, taking quite a few rounds, blood pouring down the side of his body. This goblin's a fucking shot. It's a really shame he didn't get restrained by the goddamn vines.
Yeah.
Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. You are thinking just this as your turn comes up.
Ulzgud would like to make an attack on the nearest goblin.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you have one right in melee range. Trying to stab Skeezewell Binbag in the back.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him off his back, boy.
Ooh, fucking... Weeding down with all you can. You deal a firm 6 bludgeoning damage, cracking the goblin off the top left corner of the forehead before the goblin kind of like returns his head back up to his original position and shakes it off. A deadly mortal blow, but the goblin is still standing.
Oh.
Phew, shit. Anything else?
And so this door is open roughly 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah,
So,
actually, as a matter of fact, it's open enough for you to be able to see underneath it.
I would like to make a dash underneath.
Okay, very good. You are able to do so at this time. You push along underneath the door, and immediately you can spot the corpse of a dead goblin who you had not slain, his leg partially crushed underneath where the door must have been resting, and more dead goblin corpses before you, as well as a long, what appears to be massive bridge. Wind all of a sudden rushing up to a higher caliber than before. You feel like you've entered out into the open, out into the outside. This feels like a completely different space than the one you were just on prior. You can also see a light further down the bridge in the distance, with figures around it, though it's too hard for you to tell what may be over there at this time. Anything else, Mr. Bone-Breaker?
Ulzgud just urges the boys to get going through this door.
Okay.
Come on, boys.
You get words of encouragement from your large half-orc as he's pushed through to the other side. It's seemingly being safe at this time. Mandion Gelden, you are up, my friend. What will you do?
Mandion Gelden lifts the door and keeps holding it as he scooches under and holds
Okay.
it from the other side.
You will take an attack of opportunity from this creature, as you are technically out of its melee range.
So be it.
Very good. The creature will take a strike at you. Not with advantage. With a crude short
Good.
sword, though. A 17. Shing! Here it comes. Will it be a glancing blow or a near miss? It is a fucking glancing blow. Shing! He's just able to get the back of your left knee as you turn to escape. And it's just enough to deal 1 damage to you. Or 2 damage, excuse me,
damage,
rather.
yeah.
Shit. Even a deeper cut than you were expecting.
I hate it.
Though still rather shallow as far as cuts are concerned. This creature behind Skeezewell Binbag is gonna go for a stab. I know you, slave owner. And he stabs Skeezewell Binbag in the back. Again, Skeezewell, you were pierced for 4 piercing damage.
Skeezewell is dead. He took 9 damage last turn.
Oh, is
I don't
that
know if to tell
true?
you about that. Yeah. That
Oh,
8 is a
shit.
lie.
Oh no. Oh, is it true?
Yeah, Skeezewell's moment of courage as he held open the door
Oh
was
shit.
basically post-mortem.
Oh no.
Rigor mortis.
Oh no. How fucking... Oh, Jesus. Alright.
Like I have -1, and now I've been stabbed again.
Oh, shit. Alright, well. We'll fucking... I didn't realize you were down.
No.
Of course, you watch Mandion Gelden, a Skeezewell Binbag, who you thought was holding onto the door, has actually been in a catatonic state. His will to help his will to help his allies so much, pushing him to the edge as he falls to his knees and onto the other side of the door, unconscious. This creature rather pushes up to you and tries to take a strike in your direction.
Oh,
Oof.
fuck.
How you like
Ooh.
that one?
Not great.
Going for your groin, he goes for an upward uppercut slash at you, and is able to connect for a mean assortment of damage. That's 5 piercing damage you take towards your...
Oh no, that's 8.
Oh, oh yeah, shit. Excuse me. Damn, fuck me. If you,
Oh, yeah.
you wish it was -5, rip.
Oh,
He
yeah.
hit you right in the dick.
Not good.
Oof, yeah. A devastating blow. Top of the round, Skeezewell Binbag. In your unconscious state, I would like you to roll to me in private, under the GM category, and you can just roll a d20, if you'd please.
How do I do that?
Oh, actually, over on the left, with the little dice rolling thing, there's a GM highlighter
Right,
you can
dude.
do. You can also enable that on your character sheet as well. I guess I will, I will attempt one. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I would just keep the advanced dice roller open anyway.
Well,
That'd
that's a
probably make it look
fucking...
easier.
That's a bad sign.
Oh no.
Fucking, you can hear Mandion Gelden as down along the ground, the gargling of Skeezewell Binbag on his own fluids, as he seems to be reaching a critical state and fast.
That's not good.
Okay, we've got top of the round. That was poor Skeezewell Binbag. A bow shot comes raining towards you, Mandion Gelden. In 18, fixing ricochets off the ground and sticks into your right shin from underneath the door. You take a devastating 4 piercing damage in addition. And I need you to make a strength save to see if you can retain the grip on this door.
Oh, why is it advantage?
Well, it doesn't matter either way, I guess, in
I'm
this
fucked
case.
either way.
Yeah, fucking pretty well. The door comes tumbling down, sealing you off from that other interior.
Not great.
Combat
We're okay.
coming to an end. Skeezewell Binbag in dire straits.
Bleeding out on the ground.
That's for sure.
I cast Cure Wounds
Okay,
on Skeezewell Binbag.
very good. You cast Cure Wounds on Mr. Binbag. What does that look like for Ulzgud Bone-Breaker to witness before you?
That is a surprisingly dark aura that circles around Skeezewell Binbag. It's almost translucent, but it kind of dims the light in the area. And it wraps around his body, caressing him and healing him,
Okay.
binding his wounds together.
Damn, very good. Yes, fucking Skeezewell Binbag. The light in your eyes and the air in your person returns to you as you heal for 8 points of healing damage. You don't take negative hit points, so that just brings you back up to 8.
Okay.
It's close too. That was a that could have been a close one. It was a close one. What am I saying? All right. And here, gentlemen, I think is where we will break